everyone knows Mr. Phil. He's been becoming quite a character and quite famous around the area. And I think that we've had a good time this week. It's been a little quiet, but quiet's not so bad. I'd like to introduce to you right now my good buddy, Mr. Phil. If you can come out and say hi to your audience.
Okay.
Hi, honey. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Why don't we have a seat?
Yes.
So, we've
So-
had a quiet weekend, a quiet
Yes.
week.
Quiet week.
I wasn't feeling well. I don't know if Phil was feeling 100% himself, but once in a while that happens, and we just tend to lay low and take care of
Lay low.
ourselves. Right?
This is, it's a crazy thing. From the end of July, it's like a record for me to sometime about, almost the second week in August.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad luck time. Every year, every time that something has happened, it's
Wow.
always been between those
Wow,
dates.
okay.
Because today, I remember it, 9 years ago today is when I ended up in the hospital in a critical care unit.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. And then on tomorrow's date, that's when it'll, another time, I'm telling you, July 30th, 31st, starting the 29th, to the 30th, 31st, right through
They say it
August
comes in,
6th.
yeah,
And I'm
threes,
telling you.
And you got 6 instead of 3, yeah.
In
Oh
all the
my
year-
goodness.
Yeah, in all the years, this has been like the unlucky, the worst time for me.
I believe that, yeah. It's funny because it's not also been, July hasn't been unlucky for us. The only thing that was ever lucky for us, my husband and I,
Yeah.
was when we got married. And after that, every vacation, every time we planned on doing something around our anniversary, fell apart.
Oh yeah?
Totally fell apart. We would go on vacations. Now I swear, who would think that you're going to go to Florida and you're going to run into a tornado in the middle of Florida where Disney is? Well, guess who it happened to? Okay?
Wow, a tornado.
We
A
went-
hurricane, yes. A tornado, no.
No, well, no, it was a hurricane that caused tornadoes.
Oh,
And then we had one trip where our kids were no, it was before my son John. He's gonna hate me. 21 years ago, before he was born, we went to the New Jersey coast,
right.
and it poured from the time we got to the campsite till even after we left. Little did we know, because we couldn't get any radio,
Yeah.
TV in because we were in a campsite
Right.
and stuff. We decided, okay, we're going to cut our day, cut it a day short,
Yeah,
and we left.
yeah.
Didn't call anybody when we got home. We just said we're just going to take the night and relax. Didn't know that there was a hurricane coming in,
Oh,
right where we were.
wow.
Went through there, and we were home.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that. Scared the hell out of everybody in our family. So after that, my friends who also got married on the same day as we did said, "When are you planning your vacation this year?" They always wanted to know.
Wow.
So I hope that, I know things follow you,
Yeah.
and I really hope that things don't follow you quite that bad. Because it was just an adventure in itself.
An adventure. Well, since you came along, it seems that you could tell everything that's going. I can't fool you for nothing.
Yeah, it's one of my abilities is to. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with myself or my family. Or I would have known not to go on those vacations. But no, with Phil, I can tell that's not a good time. It is okay. This is the perfect time. It's not a good time. Don't do this. Don't do that. Today's not a good day to go outside. He's got an asthma problem, which I'm sure he doesn't like me telling people, but so if you see Phil on the ground, if he's outside somewhere, he's going, it's not because you're so beautiful or that you're so breathtaking. He probably just can't breathe. Although the other might be true. The other might be true. Depending on whether you're male or female, the other might be true. But, so there's, I watch alerts and ozone alerts and, all the high humidity alerts and stuff.
Right.
Because I make sure nothing's going to happen to this guy. Without him, hey, where am I going to go on Friday nights? What am I going to do? It doesn't have to be the Mary Show. That Mary Show is just it sounds boring. The Mr. Phil Show, co-host Mary Frost. That works.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's been the Mr. Phil Show now. I'd like everybody to know it has been the Mr. Phil Show for 20 years.
Yeah.
Next week,
Yes.
we are going to start taping, and I will probably do it all in one taping, but show it in 2 parts, our anniversary show
Right.
for Phil. And we're going to try to come up with some surprises for him
Yeah.
and try not to make him cry. He laughs. He cries as easy as he laughs, okay? So let me just let you know that. He does. He cries as easy as he laughs. So we're going to bring the big box of Kleenex to clean up the tears from laughter or from crying, one way or the other. Because we've got to do something. We can't have a wet floor. People will be slipping all over the place, and all that stuff that could happen.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. And the song we're going to be singing you tonight.
Oh,
I just can't give them up.
I hope I get the words all right.
Yeah. This song Carl Richards wrote about maybe 25 or more years ago. I don't know. And he's been singing it.
It's older than I am.
Yes. But he's been singing it with, different, female partners in the band and stuff like that for years already.
Right.
Okay, then I did it on my album with somebody. And then I said, I think it has to be redone. And
I heard it and said,
yes.
it has to be redone.
It has to be redone. It's one thing to sing the song, and it's another thing to act it out.
Well, that's one thing that we definitely changed. I don't believe in just standing still. If you hear music and you hear a beat, move your feet.
Yeah, right.
You should see us at karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
I am the one up wild. I had one, now have you, one wine, if that. And I'm out there shaking my hips, waving my arms in the air, just I don't care. I don't care. And he sits there and laughs his ass off. My husband sits there and goes, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I really expect this from her, so I'm just not even going to act surprised anymore.
You had to see, last week was an adventure. We went to a place last week, and we're the oldest people there. And people see us walk in, and they wonder,
Yes.
what's this going to be?
Yes.
This little firecracker was worse than the young ones.
Yeah, I got the beat, okay?
Oh, yeah. And they're looking at her.
Yeah, let's just say I can listen and dance to anything from rap to reggae to oldies to old country. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it is. If it's got a beat, I move my feet.
And she's saying to these kids, well, you're just going to sit there
Yeah,
and look at it?
it's true. It's true.
She's saying these young kids about it, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you just going
You're gonna stand there and just sing, or are you gonna move around and let them know you're performing, you're singing, you're performing, you're doing something.
right?
And one of the kids said to me that when they saw us walk in the door,
Yeah.
and they saw me immediately start swiveling the hips and moving the arms, they were like, we knew you two were going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I hope we are.
Yes.
I hope we fulfill that for
And
you.
then the thing is, it was so funny that someone said, we've seen you on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, they recognized.
Yes, they did. They did. They recognized us from YouTube and from our show on YouTube, sketches and stuff we've done.
Yeah.
From our guests. One thing that's very important to us here is our guests. We try really hard to get them up here, showcase them. New people who are just coming into the thing, even if you've been here a while and you've been playing open mics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you've got your own music, send me drop me a note at my personal email, which would be maryfrostsings714 yahoo.com.
Right.
Any happy thoughts, any sad thoughts. I also am trying, I haven't gotten anybody yet, so please don't tell me there's nobody that hasn't made it, that isn't watching this. I'm trying to start an over 90 club. If you know someone who's made it to the 90-year-old mark, I want to know about it. I want to thank them, I want to congratulate them, and I got to find out why. How did you do that? Don't you want to know that?
Yes.
How did you get to 90? You know, it's a puzzlement.
Okay.
I work at a card store, and I see all these people bringing these cards, 90, 100, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
So tell me something. What are you going to do when I reach 90 on that show?
When you reach 90, we'll put you out here. I would say we'd push your wheelchair, but you'll probably be pushing mine. You can give me a microphone, you can play some music, and I swear my hips will still be moving. And let's just hope we still have this show by the time you're 90 years old.
I'm determined.
I know you are, and so am I, and I think that's what's going to make it keep working.
I remember when I did when I did one of my recordings, and the time, and so the MSNBC this girl from MSNBC that I knew came down. She took the recordings and she went ahead and interviewed me and all that. And she was interviewing all these other people there. So she interviews this girl who I knew since she was like 14 years old, and she said, "What do you think of Mr. Phil?" And she says, in one word, determination.
That's right. Well, you know what? Let's go show them some
Right,
determination right now, because I want our guest Ayanna to get as much time as she can possibly get.
Okay, I just want to show you.
I just want to tell you, during rehearsal, this thing goes great. So usually they say a horrible rehearsal means a great show. So
Yes.
let's hope that happens.
Okay, let's just move it over a little bit.
My microphone can't move over anymore.
Okay, that's good enough.
Go ahead, guys. We're awake.
Yes. I said I'd break all the chains that bind me, that I'd be free for loving only you. But every time I see my children playing, I said I just can't give them up for you. But I just can't give them up for you. Just can't give them up for you. Thank you.
As we sit, I would like to invite Ayanna. Come on around, honey. Come and sit with us. This is Miss Ayanna.
Hello.
And the last name
Martine.
is Martine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want to say Martin. Martine. Okay. Just to give everybody an idea, what is it that you mainly do?
I'm a singer-songwriter.
Singer singer-songwriter. And your instrument?
I play mostly the guitar, but I can play the piano and the ukulele. But
The ukulele.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see that. We should have had you bring that. That would have been a lot of fun. I always think that's so interesting. It's a guitar in my size. So I think that would be interesting. Maybe you could teach me sometime.
Oh, maybe.
Although I've never been able to play guitar.
You mean you've
so-
actually thought of that too, Mary? What?
Oh, you did? Listen to him.
You think of everything. You've actually thought of learning how to play guitar?
Sure, why not? Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? Who do you know has ever said to you, "I don't want to play guitar"?
Pretty much everybody that I know has thought about
Thought-
learning the guitar.
Or at least picked it up and tried
Yeah.
strumming once or twice,
Yeah.
right? I mean, and I would like everybody to congratulate Ayanna. She just this year graduated high school with honors, I hope. If not with honors, she did graduate. That right there is one heck of an accomplishment, especially when you have as much going on as this young lady does.
Yes.
So I imagine that during the school year, you probably had shows that you were doing,
Yeah.
writing you were doing.
Definitely.
You're probably with chorus
Yes.
with school.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me some of the projects that you were working on during school that kind of kept you challenged.
Well, with all of the things with school, it was really hard to keep my grades up because I was focusing on music and doing shows and trying to get out there more. But being in chorus really helped me with getting out there and trying to multitask and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like that.
good. So
Wow.
you picked up a lot from your chorus
Yes.
teacher. That's terrific. I mean, I know I learned a lot from my the choir master that I was with for well over 20 years. I mean, her and I were joined at the hip, which is a great thing to say. You know, I still think of things whenever I'm singing. Don't do this. Don't say that. Breathe
Yeah.
here. Breathe there. Did you get that?
Exactly that. Yes.
Don't breathe in this phrase. Do you see punctuation there?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Is there punctuation there? No? Then
Don't
hold
breathe.
your breath.
Oh, yeah.
Don't breathe.
I remember that.
Yeah, see, you got that too. That's right.
I
'Cause you
used
were
to
in
get-
chorus too.
Let's put it this way. I used to get that right over there.
Ah,
I used to get that right
was from
o-
one of your co-hosts.
Yeah,
though.
one of my co-hosts
That wasn't
used to
me,
stand
though.
back there and make all the motions and stuff like that.
But we heard it as children because it was the first thing they took. Don't breathe unless you see a punctuation mark. Always, you know,
And don't-
make
don't
sure
s-
you count.
Yeah,
Always
don't
make
say
sure
the
you count.
Listen
don't
to
say the
everyone
E.
around
Don't
you.
pronounce the
Uh-huh.
E.
Not the E is not pronounced as E unless there's a consonant. If there's a vowel, then you pronounce it with an E. Yes. Oh yes. Yes, you had a lot of the same kind of thing going on.
I wish I could thank my choir teacher every single day.
Oh yes, but you know, it's they know when they see the progress that you've made, unless the choir teacher passed, but when they see the progress that you made, believe me, that is so much payment to them. I was a preschool teacher, and when I see one of my children that's 3-4 years old now with children, it's just the best payment that you can have.
Yeah.
Next to watching your own children grow up, it
Well-
really is. So now, tell me, what was your favorite project that you worked on when you were in high school?
When I was in high school.
When you were trying to get ready for graduation, and you had all these different things going on in your head. What was the thing besides your boyfriend? I also had that issue.
Could you say that? And he's
And he's here
Yes,
tonight
he's in
because
a-
I married him. We've been 31 years now that we've
Yes,
been married.
he's one of the
okay?
producers.
He's one of our producers.
It's a family
But
of it.
besides boyfriend and trying to keep your grades up, what was one of your favorite things at school?
School?
And favorite projects or
Just like my
something?
favorite thing about school.
Sure.
Chorus, actually.
Yeah.
Just that's all. Like, I had in my senior year, I was in 2 choirs. I was in the
Wow.
women's chorus and I was in the chamber choir.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I was in a chamber choir. That was
Great.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of music to learn. A lot of listening.
Yes.
Wow.
But that's excellent. That is an excellent thing
Yeah.
to be able to put on a
Yes.
resume that you've been able to do that.
Wow.
Because not everyone can do it. It's not an easy thing to do. The chamber choir.
Yeah.
The choir. Yeah, you're an okay singer in school. You can get by.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that have the voice. Like you have a voice that they stand up in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many times did they say to you, "You get the lead," or "You take this part because you got the louder or the better or the higher or the whatever"?
We didn't have that many strong male vocalists in
Okay.
the tenor and baritone section, so sometimes they would take the altos and be like, you need
Yes.
to sing with the tenors, make them stronger. Sometimes they would take tenors and put them in the alto part, and like sopranos, and like they
About-
just move everybody.
About how
around.
big was the chorus?
It was a good size. I don't remember how many people were in it, but it was a good size choir, and we had a
that's
lot
nice.
of fun. We
Oh,
really
that's
did.
good. How many shows did you do a year? Did you do like 1 or 2? Just like, practice for 1 or 2 really, really good ones? Or just were you guys together for long enough that you could do a bunch?
Well, we have the Harvest concert, the Pops concert, the Winter concert, and then the Spring concert. Those are the 4 major
Wow.
performances that we
And
have.
that's a lot of performances when you're trying to finish your senior year.
And we go to NISMA this year, actually, for our trip for competition. We went to Texas, and
Wow.
we got 7 trophies.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Wow.
I love that.
Wow, that's great.
Congratulations. I think that's absolutely wonderful. And what are your future goals and plans for now? I
For
mean,
now, like
you're here.
Mhm.
We want you to fly. Okay? We want you to fly.
Yes.
You know what they say? They say shoot for the moon.
Mhm.
If you miss, you land among the stars.
Right.
That's a good saying. I like
Yes.
Yes. And that's where we want to see you go. And we want to be able to be proud enough to say, hey, look at what our girl did.
We have a lot.
Yes. This is great.
We have a
So-
lot of history
Yes,
where
what is-
people have started on this show. You know,
Yes.
in the 20 years, a lot of people started on the show and have made it.
They have. They have. And if they haven't gotten as far as they want, they've gotten pretty far where they've got, notoriety,
Yes.
which is great.
Yeah.
You know,
You
we.
know, and they can say, hey, I had my start on the Mr. Phil show in little old Port Jervis, New York.
And it already happened with a girl on The Voice.
Yeah,
With
Right.
a girl on The Voice.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just had a contestant in the WHWD Country Showdown.
Yes.
She was in the younger, and when she was much younger, when we did karaoke shows, she just won to get into the semifinals,
Ooh,
which
that's
was
exciting.
nice. Phil and I were there to see her, and that was really nice. It was really nice
Nice.
to see her. So, what are you looking forward to doing?
I'm looking forward to going to college. I'm gonna go
Uh-huh.
to SUNY Orange. I'm gonna go for new media. I want to learn how to soundboard and work with sound. I want to get into sound production.
Okay, and you want to be able to produce your own
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
your own stuff. That would that would make it so much better. It makes it so much more yours.
Right.
You know? And maybe you can become like P. Diddy or whatever the hell he calls himself this time. You know, and get rich off of other people's voices as well as your own.
Yeah.
Who
But
knows?
you know what? Unless you start with your voice, it's not going to go anywhere, right?
Did you ever think of going like on the speaking of the Voice? Did you ever think of going on the Voice?
I've thought about it, but I never really thought it was for me to go on one of those shows like that.
Too much show, too many people, too much production, or do you like to keep it a quiet, intimate audience,
Probably
or
something
do
like
you
that.
do you like to get out and just I don't care who's in the room, I'm singing.
I really do like getting out there and just like doing shows. I go to the city and local shows. The ones in the city are really fun. I go to like dive bars, like Pianos and the
Okay.
Shrine.
And they let you get up and you
Yeah.
you do the
Yeah.
songs and
Yeah.
you do the singing, and so it's one thing I've never gotten to do, and so I think what we'd like to do is try to get you up, get you to do a couple songs. We want to hear 3 or 4 songs,
3 or 4? Okay.
and then I think we're gonna come over, give you a little comment and see what's going on.
Okay.
We'll see how our timing is, and we may have you do 3 or 4 more if
Okay.
that's going to be okay with you.
All right.
Yeah, just,
Okay with that.
we got
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited to see us.
yeah, we got,
We're very excited to see this. So head over, get yourself set up, do what it is you need to do, and then just go ahead and get right on started.
yes.
Let's get Mom and Dad over here.
Lights out on me. It's hard living in reality. I hope that now you're happy. Found God last week. He stood on the corner of Main and Walker Street and said, "Don't wait for me. The choice is your own. Live in your own world, and the real world will catch up to you. Let it go, because you're better off alone." I'm not a second glance, I'm not a second guess, so leave your second chance. I'm not your second best, you never had me in the palm of your hand. I hope you find someone you can replace me with. I hope she's dumb enough to believe everything you say, so you can finally get your way. I hope you finally get your way. Make sense of me. and stop living in your fantasy. I want to make you sorry. Found God last week. He stood on the corner of Main and Walker Street and said, don't make believe. The choice is your own. Live in your own world. In the real world, we'll catch up to you. Let it go, because you're better off alone. I'm not a second glance. I'm not a second guess. So leave your second chance. I'm not your second best. You never had me in the palm of your hand. But I bet you wish you did, so now I hope you find someone you can replace me with. I hope she's dumb enough to believe everything you say, so you can finally get your way. I hope you finally get your way. That song was called Runner Up. This next song is called Mid-January. Lover, I know you can't hear me behind the glass you're tapping on. Lover, I know it's hard to see between the lines of right and wrong. It's not worth losing everything. It shakes the earth we're standing on. Lover, if it's meant to be, then stay asleep right here where you belong. Brother, I know you're wondering, I know you're there, it's been a while. Brother, I know you're still afraid, but I'm not scared, I'm in denial. It's not as deep as you think, the water's cold, but it's still fine. Brother, if you need to be, then stay with me. I know I'm still a child. His hands were as cold as ice, his desperate eyes were meeting mine and screaming for something. His smiling lips and splitting skin cracked against the wind. Mid-January tears you cried, the way I lied straight to your face and begged for forgiveness. You broke me down, I broke you out, we both began to drown. Father, are you listening? I'll sacrifice all that I am. Father, if you can hear me, then take me with you, but please save him. I can't go through this again. I can't pretend not to blame. I'm on my knees for the first time in hands were as cold as ice. His desperate eyes were meeting mine and screaming for something. His smiling lips and splitting skin cracked against the wind. Mid-January tears you cried the way I lied straight to your face and begged for forgiveness. You broke me down, I broke you out. We both began to drown. And all I wanna be is your solution, but instead I let you down, and I don't deserve your forgiveness. We both began to drown. We both began to drown. This next song is called Break My Heart. Wrap me around your smallest finger. I cannot connect to the real world. I wanna live in a reality, but only one that I can see. I'm not afraid to take the chances that I need, but I'm pretty good at lying, if you get what I mean. Get high hopes in the worst of times, but that's not stopping me. I'll get attached to you and you won't even see. So break my heart like I know you will, but until that day, cover me, just cover me in false pretense. White picket fence to keep me in. I won't leave, no, I won't leave, no. I really need to stop screaming when I'm alone. My voice is giving out much more than anyone could know. And I wanna be known by you, but I can't even find the words. It's not like I can speak them now. My voice is never heard. I get high hopes in the worst of times, but that's not stopping me. I'll get attached to you and you won't even see. So break my heart like I know you will, but until that day, cover me, just cover me in false pretense. White picket fence to keep me in. I won't leave, no, I won't leave, no. No, 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 no. Got high hopes in the worst of times, that's not stopping me. I'll get attached to you. Break my heart like I know you will, but until that day, cover me, just cover me in false pretense. White till that day. Cover me, just cover me in false pretense. Oh, I picket fence to keep me in. I won't leave, no, I won't leave. No, no. And this song is called House of Cards. I wrote this one when I was 15 years old. I heard the words, but they're only confusion. I wrote it all down on the back of my hand. They don't make sense, but they sound alright. I sold my sanity only to save you, with nothing to gain but with nothing to lose. And I don't make sense, and I want tonight. They put covers on your eyes as they sang lullabies, and while you slowly drifted off, they took your hope and peace of mind. And now you're sitting on the sidewalk wondering what they've done and why. And I was there. Oh, look at the mess we made. Someday we'll look back and say, we were so stupid when we were young. Simple mistakes made one by one. Baby, don't think so hard. We're built like a house of cards. Don't shake so much, you'll knock us down. Come around, we'll build it again. Build it again. I changed the way of the world with my fingers. You changed my mind, and now I'm here to stay. And you don't make sense, but there's no need to. I took your hand and we burned down the walls. Somewhere along we got lost in the halls. Oh, we don't make sense. All I want is you. They put covers on your eyes as they sang lullabies, and while you slowly drifted off, they took your hope and peace of mind. And now you're sitting on the sidewalk wondering what they've done and why. And I was there. Oh, look at the mess we made. Someday we'll look back and say, we were so stupid when we were young. Simple mistakes made one by one. Baby, don't think so hard. We're built like a house of cards. Don't shake so much, you'll knock us down. Come around, and tonight we'll be fine. It's alright, we have time. In your eyes, I see you wanna do this right. It was only for tonight. Someday we'll look back and say we were so stupid when we were young. Simple mistakes made one by one. Baby, don't think so hard. We're built like a house of cards. Don't shake so much on the gas down. Come around, we'll build it again. We'll build it again. We'll build it again. We'll build it again.
I'm going to come around the back part of you if my mic will let me. Okay, I think, will yours stretch that far, Phil? Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to make you stand over there. That is absolutely wonderful. You can, if you'd like, if you'd feel more comfortable. That is absolutely wonderful. And the gift that you've been given,
Yes.
I think you need to take it and run with it. That last song, I can't believe that you wrote when you were 15, and you're talking about when we were children.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you were you talking about 2 and 3?
I don't know what I was going to.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, whatever it was, it worked. And when you hit those high notes, that's
Yes.
just unbelievable. It hits the sky, and I love it. I think that
Where can you
Phil
be
is-
seen? Are you appearing any place?
I have a few gigs. I have a gig at the Otisville Fair on August 27th,
do you know what time you'll be playing?
like from 1 to 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really excited because that's where I live.
Oh, great. Okay, well, you know what? I think we have a date then.
That's the day. We got 3 things that day.
Oh, well,
That's the
okay.
day.
All right, then we'll shoot you a note.
Yeah, we got the Hope with the Hudson Valley.
The Hudson Valley Film Festival, I forgot about that, right? And we have a party and stuff, so I almost forgot about that.
Wow.
Wow. But, you know,
Where
I
have
think,
you, what kind of places have you played at?
I've played at a few gigs in this city, like I said before, pianos in the Shrine. I've played at Orange County Choppers,
wow.
and
How do you go about getting most of your gigs?
usually my manager gets them for me, and
Okay.
I'm very grateful for
He's
him.
great. I know Dwayne Harris, he's
Okay.
wonderful. I just want to shout out to Dwayne Harris. He's given us so much on this show through the years, to Carl Richards, to his show. I mean, he's done so much for our show. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Big Mountain Productions.
Yeah, and you know, I haven't gotten to meet you yet, but hey, man, my door's open. So's my email address, everything else. I'm an open book. Come on, I'd like to meet you.
Right. So we're going to have you play out the
The
show.
rest of the show.
Do we just want to tell you folks, make sure you tune in next week. It all comes down to our big 20th anniversary show.
That's
the
right, our
Mr. Phil
20th
show.
anniversary. Are you going to be around next week?
I don't know.
Maybe on a Friday.
Maybe.
If you are and you would like to stop by, we're going to have some past co-hosts,
Yes.
some past guests,
Yeah.
and even if we can have a new guest or two, it would be great because we plan on doing it in 2 parts because we
it's
want to
gonna
do a
be-
2-hour show.
Yeah, we've been planning this for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
just to think, 20 years.
All right.
a lot of years.
That's a lot of years, and it's a goal. Okay, it is a good goal for you. Not that you don't already have your goals. I think you've got them set and you've got them straight.
Great.
Okay.
So we'll see you all next week on all of our stations.
All of
and
our
you all
stations.
have a good week.
Everyone, have a good night. And this is the end with Ayanna.
Make a plan, do everything you can, just be prepared. We're coming back soon and I feel the wind. It's getting much colder than yesterday, Understand, when leaves change and so do I, and I can't help whatever was raging on inside my head. Bear with me if you will, there's still so much to say, so much to say. Whoa, I'm driving through the city and I never realized how much I appreciate the trees along the back roads, along the back roads. Make a map, I can't find my way around, just don't look back. I'll lose it if I turn around, and maybe that's the reason why I'm always pushing forward. I'm pushing forward. Take a guess, you've heard it many times before, now make a mess. And look at what you've done, you cannot run from this, but you can hide inside a book and empty quarters, and empty quarters.